And there we go. I've got 5 black lug and 2 whole squid. That's a big bait. There you go. Big bait, 8-ounce lead to counteract the bait, and she's out there. That went out like a turd. Not that I've ever cast a turd out, because that'd be weird. Yes, don't worry. I'll show you some attention in a minute. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Bristol Channel. As you can see, I'm holding my rod yet again. Good morning. As you can see, it's first light. The birds are quite active and it's beautiful. Today we have got a 13.4 metre tide, so it's absolutely massive. So there's not really many places where I can get out and fish. So here we are. As you can see, I've got my van. It's super comfortable and I'm lazy fishing. What I'm going to do is continue setting up, sort all my stuff out, bring you back. You know what happens by now. I show you my rigs, we do a little bit of baiting up because it's a fishing video, and then I do some fishing. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the beautiful Bristol Channel. It's a privilege yet again to be out for you. Hopefully I can catch a few fish and make us a great session. Right, as I mentioned, it's a massive tide. The area I'm fishing, I can just about get away with parking my van here. Where I normally fish, it's just down there, and it's hitting over the wall already, and we've got 2 hours and 15 minutes till high water. I might the tide a little bit here, but I've not really got any choice, so I'm gonna have to give it a little tickle and cast a little bit further than what I normally would fish in this area. The weather is set fair with a few showers. We've got a 15 miles per hour southwesterly, which is coming behind my van, and that's why I'm parked like I am. Morning. Don't worry about me, I got shit everywhere. I've got some blacks. I've actually got quite a few. Got about 6 wraps. I don't need to use them all, but I just got them with me. Got some riot bait squid. Let me bait this one out. So I've got 4 blacks. They're not fresh. They're the ones I froze myself. When you backpack in, like so, they stay super fresh. Bloody hell, can't see anything here. What am I doing? How you all doing? You alright? Good. Target species today: bass on black lug, and then maybe a conger eel or a fawnback ray on the squid. Yeah, not really many places I can go on these massive tides. So I've got up nice and early and come out. The mark that I'm fishing, I'll probably get 2 hours 20 up, so that's now, and about an hour and a half back. As I mentioned in the introduction, normally I fish a lot further down there, but as you can see, the water's already lapping up with just over 2 hours till high water. I didn't fancy getting my van submerged and ruin all my brakes And generally I just don't want to put my van in salt water. There you go. Here we've got a chance of some light rain. I'll show you behind you in a minute. It's pretty dark, but we should be all right. The wind and rain is forecast to come in from lunchtime, so hopefully we'll be done fishing by then. Right, here we go. Simple stuff, you know me. Right then, so there you go. I've got 4 black lug on a 4.0 J hook, a 4.0 circle held with my magic tubing on a 5-foot pulley with a 7-ounce gripper to a splashdown, a bead, a pulley bead, a bead to a swivel to a 150-pound hook length, just in case we get a nice conger reel. I've not got my gaff today, but I've got my landing net, and if I get a decent one, I'll jump over and hopefully I can net it for us. But look, let's go. Wish me luck. Let's do some fishing. That's what we do. That's what you like watching. It's pretty simple stuff. Sometimes we have a little bit of a laugh. Sometimes we almost have a little bit of a cry, but we're doing all right. Let me just wipe my hands. I've not actually had a cast with these reels yet. I gave them a big wash last night and they're still wet. So I'm just going to plop it out there for the first one. Mags on. But as the tide moves in and the day moves on, I'm going to start hitting it a little bit further because I'm further up than what I want to be. Normally I fish just down there, and you can see the tide line comes in, and that's why I like it down there. But if I fish here today, my van would be swamped. So I've got to try and get in that tide line with a little bit of skill. The locals who fish this area like to chuck it 20 and 30 yards, and that's where they catch most of their fish. I will be doing that over high water, but as it's 2 hours 10 from high, try and ping it and get it in that tide run. Let's go. There we are. Little half flick. Just try and pop it out. There you go. Just like that. Right, we're fishing. Yeah, we're in that tide. It's pulling back. So what happens, the tide comes in, pulls back, so it's like a big back eddy. And that's the first one in. So today I am using my competition blackouts from Tronics Pro. With my Fathom 15s, 26-pound ultra cast with an 80-pound shock leader. There we are. That's that tide. Well, I know I'm in the tide. Bloody typical, mate. Just started raining. it's gone pretty black. I've lost visual sight of Wales. So yeah, it's raining in Wales. But yeah, we've got a chance. We've got a chance. We've always got a chance if we're out fishing. Here we've got a chance of a bass, a fawny, a conger, you know. Let's put this on. So this one I've got a double squid on 3 black lag. A cocktail bait. In my lifetime, it's probably the most commonly used cocktail, especially for cod in the Bristol Channel. Probably the most famous bait you can use. Squid in lag. Normally blow lag, but as you know, that's virtually impossible to get hold of. But I don't mind blacks. They hold the scent a little bit more, especially if you vat pack them. Trying to fly on my face then, and look after them like I do. They're great. Nice and sticky, nice and smelly. Let's get it out there. Oh, how you all doing? Hope you're doing all right. I'm doing a lot better, thank you. Big shout out to my friend, Dr. Z, you know who you are. My friend, he's been helping me. I'm going down the NHS route as well, and I'm feeling a little bit better. I could have limes, believe it or not. So that's what they're testing for now. I'm low in vitamin B12. That's why I feel a little bit shit and not myself. But we're getting somewhere. And I'm old. I'm not old. I'm 41. That is quite old. I know I look like I've had a paper round on Mount Everest with a skateboard, but believe it or not, I am only 41. That's being out here fishing for you lot. That was good fun. Right, let's get this out there. I'll try and plop this one out. We've got a little bit more depth now. Nothing fancy. There we go. And that tide ran. Just like that. So one of the main reasons for my streamline bait presentation is when I cast big baits, I don't want it to spin in the air. Even though that was a double squid and three blacks, it's just perfectly straight. For one, I know it's going to go quite far, and for two, I know it's going to release on the splashdown or maybe an imp or whatever you use. If it's spinning up in the air, a lot of the time when you bring it in after 20 minutes, it's still hooked up in a shitty heat. So it's very important to concentrate on your bait presentation and you catch more fish. And there we are. Look at that tide. Right, it's just baiting up another rig. I just heard my ratchet scream off. I have my back to my rod, so I don't know which one it was, but it might just be tide. As you can see, it's ripping through. Oh, that's a squid one. Might just be a bit of tide. It's raining though. I can tighten my ratchets anyway, if I need to. Let's tighten that one up. Might be tied. Ooh, all right. Now I'll try it. We have got some lovely tide, everyone. What do I like to say? You know what I mean. When we have tide, we can get fish, especially here in the Bristol Channel. So I've got myself a water bottle now. When I used to watch people walk around the gym with like a 3-litre water bottle, I just wanted to throat punch them. But now I've got one. But today, it fell out my van lid. And I cracked the bottom, that's why I've got it upside down. So yeah, that's short-lived. Again, just sums me up. So now I've got to fill this up like this without getting it everywhere. Which is, you know, interesting. It's gonna go, oh my God. I just filled my van full of water. Sometimes when I wear my waterproof jacket and my coat underneath, you can hear it rustling on my mic, so sorry about that. I'll try and take it all out with editing, but sometimes if you hear that, because I've got my mic in there, it rustles. Is that a word? Rustling? I suppose it is, yeah. Anyway, I'll continue making a brew. When I bring it back, we've been fishing for, I don't know, quarter of an hour. I'll give it 10 minutes. As you've seen, I've got a spare bait out there. Let's keep it going. I've lost the tide now, I'll show you that. Look at those tips. Been fishing quarter of an hour. When I first cast out, you see them, they're pulled right down. Now I've lost all the tide completely. And that's fine. That tide line's moved out. We've still got an hour and a half till high water. Anyway, my van looks like it's on fire. She's boiling. Ooh. Nice facial. Not one of them. You're very naughty. A steam facial. Right. Just gonna see how long we've been fishing for. Give it a quarter of an hour and I'll change the baits on both. pretty sure the water is going to come up over here today, just because we got a little chop on. Oh, right hand rod. It's a fish, huh? Do you see that? Ooh. Could we have our first bite? That's the one where the ratchet went 3 or 4 times. Sometimes you can get a fawn back ray in the Bristol Channel, just sit on it. What I'm going to do is tighten them both up. As I mentioned, I've lost the tide, so my lines are quite slack. Let's put a bit of tension into it. Ooh. Sometimes you can get a little bit of weed. I got a bit of weed. I can see it now. And there we are. Wow, I thought we had a bite then. So if I'm squeaking away or rustling, I've got my waterproof jacket on because it keeps raining. Must have some seaweed. Doesn't really feel like a fish. We got, oh yeah, we're on the weed, son. Oh, I just come off, thought I was going to smash myself in the face then. Look at that bait, untouched. Super. Look at that, it's been out there 40 minutes. Got a chance. Hopefully that'll stop it squeaking. Alright. Alright, now we've got a bit of depth. I'm just going to flick this one, see if there's any bass in close. There you go. Just a gentle lob. One in, one out. Baits are fine. So what I'm going to do with this one is put it a little bit further. Just because I got that one in close. Ooh, well, it's going to get wet then. I've got a feeling it's coming up. Last night it didn't, because I could see the tide line when I got here. But I believe there's a little bit more of a swell. Just because the weather front is coming in. It's kicking up a little bit. But we're all right. I've got wellies on. Right. Let's get this out there. We're just coming up to high and we're up over the top. It's been a bit quiet. This time of year you're probably fishing for one bite or one fish. Well, it's fishing. That's a big one. Look at that. I love a hoop. Sausages and hoops. Yeah. This time of year, you're just fishing for one bite, maybe one fish. It's just about getting out. Look at the waves. It's beautiful. These morning tides are lovely. I really enjoy it, getting up nice and early, getting up at 4 o'clock, coming out fishing, home by lunch. Then work. Lovely. No, that's nice. That tide's ripping from right to left now. So what I'm going to do is walk up and let some line out. Still going to try and put this one in quite close. Maybe for a bass. I don't know. Look at that, mate. There we go. Sausages, hoops, and tomato ketchup. Just like that. I've got 5 black lug and 2 whole squid. I've actually got a smaller bait on that one, so I'm mixing it up. Right, let's get it out there, shall we? That's a big bait. There you go. Big bait, 8-ounce lead to counteract the bait, and she's out there. That went out like a turd. Not that I've ever cast a turd out, because that'd be weird. Sometimes when it's really hard, you've just got to be happy you're out fishing. That bait is perfect, look, nothing wrong with that. So what I like to do is judge it on how I fished and not on my catch, if that makes sense. This session I fished really hard, I've not been lazy, I've not looked at my phone once, I've not had a sleep. No, you know what I mean. I've just fished hard like a match. And that's all you can do. maximise your time in the water, putting in good baits, keep trying, keep turning up, and eventually you will be rewarded. What I'm going to do now is bring this one in. I'll do that now. And then I'm going to get out of here. That's that massive bait this was. What was it? 2 squid or 5 blacks. Well, it looks like it's a fat blank for me. Well, anyway, I'm going to keep winding in. My name's Wayne. This has been the mighty Bristol Channel. It's been hard, but the fishing has been fantastic. I'm super happy with my effort, and next time, I don't know what to say. Next time, I'll fish the same, and hopefully I can be rewarded. Thanks again, everyone, and I'll look forward to seeing you somewhere else very soon.